Right.
Alrighty, so I'm going to go ahead and share my screen and show our website and kind of just highlight one of the main features that we have, which is the hub. So this is our website, insideoutnetwork.net. On the main page, to be able to access the hub, you would sign in with your provider information. I'll go ahead and sign in as our demo here. This is our little avatar, our demo service provider. As you can see, this is the dashboard. When you first sign in, you have your messages from your returning citizens, and you have all these tabs here that we will definitely go over in future meetings. But for today, I'm going to focus on one of the main things that I think is really important in the reentry community. Um, a lot of organizations are kind of, everyone's doing their thing. The community is so huge, and a lot of organizations don't necessarily collaborate with one another. There's tons that do, but it can be difficult to try and communicate with each other and, share what's going on in the rancher community, any news that may be going on. So the hub is a way that we designed to connect service providers all across the state, how they can see what's going on in their area, share news, share things of interest. Here you can see that in Phoenix, there's actually a really awesome event going on. It's called Ink Incarcerated. And here, this is a really great program where they had the returning citizens create art. And at this event, you can go and you can see all the art and you can purchase the art. And so if you were having some type of event yourself, or you wanted to share anything, you could go ahead and post it here. We have on the main page is all the groups of all the different postings people have put in here. There's our little webinar happening this week. About a week ago here in Pima County in Tucson, we had a wonderful event. It was a resource event down at the parole office. And you can see we posted about that. We shared it with other people. We had a lot of returning citizens there able to get the resources that they need. So this is just a great way. It's just another way like social media to kind of share what's going on. And another great aspect of this is if you needed help with something, if you were looking for, housing for a certain returning citizen, or, if you wanted to ask questions to peers in your community, you would be able to just kind of, pop it in here, ask people. It's very similar to things like Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. You're able to put it out there to the whole rancher community across the state. And, you can ask questions and you can get some answers. You can start collaborating more. And it's just a great way to kind of stay in contact with everyone. There's general topics here. There's favorite groups. There's volunteer news. Different prison volunteers can start their own groups. Anyone is welcome to start their own group. If you wanted to be involved in, a specific county, if you wanted to be involved in specific niche, topics, you're welcome to create groups here. And I'll just go ahead and read this little box that explains pretty much what the hub was designed to do. It's a private area. It's not accessible to returning citizens, where service providers, churches, and volunteers can interact directly with each other. You can create or join all kinds of specialized groups, such as volunteers at a specific prison, people working with female inmates, or churches working with sex offenders. This is really your chance to be creative. You can also post to a discussion thread to solicit advice and learn best practices. And you can meet the pressing needs or make referrals. This is our hope, is to kind of get organizations out of their individual silos and really just have everyone begin to connect with one another. And honestly, I feel like that is the best way that we're going to make the biggest change, is when we all get together, we can all help each other out in different areas. And that's pretty much the gist of the hub. This is a really short little just showing you the feature, kind of helping you familiarize yourself with it. If you had any questions, if you, didn't know how it worked, you can always contact us. And we have a support team that's here to help and answer any questions. And this is just all a part of being registered on the Inside Out Network. And so at this time, I'll just go back to the dashboard. There's all the other features there that we can go over at a different time. And if anyone has any questions, please make sure you put it in the chat. Other than that, we're very happy to have you a part of our network and just very excited to keep growing and building the amazing reentry community that we have. So I'll go ahead and stop sharing, and I hope this made a lot of sense to everyone. I hope you could see the value in connecting not only with returning citizens, but to other organizations. And let's see, I'm just going to check out the chat. It doesn't look like I have any questions. I just realized I never introduced myself, and that would have been helpful. My name is Miranda, and I'm an Arizona program manager here. So you're welcome to connect to us through the website. And if anyone has any questions, we're more than happy to help. So with that, thank you all for taking time to be here today. This is our first test run of kind of doing some webinars, trying to engage with the community more. On a side note, in about a week, the Inside Out Network had partnered. We got a grant to do a reentry survey all across the state. So in about a week, we are going to be presenting that to the Pima County Reentry Coalition. And so we invite anyone to come in, see what it's about, see how, excuse me, to learn more about what we gained from that survey. We had hundreds of providers come on and see what they felt about the networkings, the weaknesses and the strengths between organizations. So we're very excited to share that with all of you in about a week. You can attend that one. We'll be presenting at other coalitions throughout the month, throughout next month. And so we're just very excited to have this option here, the hub, to connect providers together and just see what we can learn from one another.